Hey friends, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. I wanted to make a really quick video. Today I put the background designs back up for sale in my Etsy shop, and I put it in my Facebook group, but I wanted to make a quick video and a couple updates really quick. I have been really sick for, I feel like it's been months now. And I think what's happened is we had done a lot of traveling over the summer for anniversary trip and for my husband's work and stuff, and I think it just kind of wore my body out. And then when I came home, I already have allergies, but then certain times a year I have like severe allergies, and I have severe allergy attacks, and I had that happen, and I feel like I was sick with my allergies for a couple weeks. And then I started to feel a little better, and then I got something else. I either have the cooties that we shall not name, or I had the flu. I'm leaning more towards the flu because of the symptoms that I had. But anyway, so my body, I think, is just exhausted. And I've been working on something new. And in between my days of feeling bad and feeling good, and I think I was in bed for maybe 2 or 3 days straight, which is not good for your body. I've been outside a lot working in the maintenance of the garden and stuff because we're winding up on some things. And anyway, and you can still hear it in my voice that I still am not at 100%. I take medication daily, have been for 20 some odd years. I haven't been able to take my medication for a week. I think that affects everything. I haven't been taking my vitamins. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel, anyway, I'm just sluggish. But now is the time of year that I release my background designs. I release them twice a year in April and October. And this is the week in October that I release the background designs. I release them in sets, and there are currently 7 sets, plus I just released the fall pumpkin background design and paper collection a couple weeks ago, I think it was. I don't remember the precise date. I wanted to do like a whole, I'll show you that in just a minute. I wanted to do like a whole holiday set of background designs, but I explained that in the video where I released these. I will link that video up here if it'll be more in detail. But I have a hard time creating imagery when I like to live in the season. I like to be present in the season. That's why you won't see me do a whole lot of Christmas in July kind of stuff. Well, I don't think I've ever done anything in Christmas in July. I try to stay to the season that it is. And so that makes it tough when you're trying to design things like this for you guys, just simply because, you know, of that reason. It's hard to be inspired if I would prefer to be in the season that I'm in. Does that make sense? It's hard to be inspired to create for another season. So anyway, all that being said, I have not managed to make that holiday set. So I decided to do this fall pumpkin. So in the fall pumpkin set is the pumpkin background design plus a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll show you that in just a second. But I want to do the same thing for the ornament background design because I have a lot of imagery that I've watercolor painted, done with watercolors. I even have some acrylic paintings that I might try to incorporate that into a set, but I just haven't had the energy to work on that. But I am going to do that. I'm working on that, and I'm working on something else that's new. So anyway, so twice a year I release my background designs, and I get asked this so many times, why do you only release them twice a year? I wish you could just give us the background design with our purchase. Well, there's a reason for that. I designed the templates, my printable templates, for you guys to be able to print out onto pretty patterned paper. You don't have to measure. You can print it onto pretty digital paper. You can print it onto vintage papers. You can print it onto, well, just about anything you can print it onto. You don't have to measure. You cut it out, you assemble it, it all works together. And then I started putting the background designs on them because sometimes it's just nice to have. Oh, actually, I did it all at the same time. I didn't do one and then the other. I put background designs on them because it's nice to have something in the background sometimes, so you don't always have to print onto patterned paper or trace onto patterned paper. You can just print it out. Some of them are standalones where you can just have that and just put a picture right on top. They're meant to be in the background, okay? And so when you put a background design on a template, this is a template. And what is this one from? Is this one from the Basically Amazing? A scrap journal maybe? Anyway, so this is what it looks like when the background design is on the template. So you print it out, you cut it out, you assemble it, boom. And you notice there's nothing printed here or here. So you could use this white cardstock or whatever. Let's say you printed this onto a pattern paper that wasn't real busy and you wanted this over top of it. Then you have this piece of pattern paper that has not been touched. So you can use that for something else. You can also use this white cardstock or whatever cardstock you print on for something else. It doesn't have this on it. So you don't waste any ink. Also, it's one pass through your printer. If you print the background design out first, like this is the letters background, you print it out first and then you print the template over top of it, you put the plain template over top of it, you have all this that is wasted ink. So that's okay. I mean, you can still use this piece, no problem. You can still use these pieces, but not always. So sometimes there's areas that you're just going to be wasting ink. So that, and it's also 2 passes, once for the background design and once for the template. So that is why I offer different background designs on the template, and that way it saves you time and money. But I understand you do like to have the background designs on occasion. You do like to have the sets, and that's fine. So that's why I created the sets of background designs so that you can get a full set. It's almost like a digital paper collection. And that way you have access to them. You won't have access to them all year unless you purchase them, and they'll always be available to you as long as you have your Etsy account. So, so anyway, so there's 7 sets plus the fall pumpkin background design, and I'll have it linked down below in the description box so that you can, and probably the first comment, so that you can go directly to that section. I have moved the black and white one, set number 6, which is available year-round. These are not, none of these backgrounds are actually on templates. The black and white version, they're not on templates, so that's why I have them available year-round, because I feel like it's a good accent set to have if you just wanted to add a little bit of contrast color to your project. So set number 6 is available year-round, and the fall pumpkin background design set and paper collection will be available year-round as well. But I moved both of these into the same section, so they're all right there together. Okay, so set number 1, and I'm not going to tell you what's in all of them, but if you look at each listing, there's photos. There's you know, you flip through the photos. There's photos of everyone. So there's set number 1, set number 2. Set number 3. This one's got like lots of scripties. Set number 4. So these were all the original backgrounds, the first sets of backgrounds that I came up with a long time ago. Some of them are discontinued. I don't use them anymore. So there's set number 4. Set number 5's got some woods and diamond checks and stripes. I love those. Set number 6 is the black and white. There's set of 8. Set number 7, the bowfish, the butterfly, the hearts, the postcards, letters. Oh, mini check. This is a great set to have. They're all great sets. I mean, they just are. And then the fall and pumpkin. So that is what the Etsy listing looks like for the fall and pumpkin. So there's a couple differences between set numbers 1 through 7 and then the fall and pumpkin set. Set number 1 through 7 has a 13 by 19 PDF file that includes a oversized 12 by 12 image and 2 oversized 6 by 6 images on the bottom. There is a 12 by 12 PDF, so you print onto 12 by 12. And then there's also the 18 by 11 PDF. So if the background design has a has a direction. You will also get it in both directions. So you would get it in the portrait and you will get it in the landscape. So this one is the butterfly background. So you get it in both, since it has a direction, you get it in both versions. So depending on what you're printing on. It's very important to have these options, you guys. Just so you know. You can also print all of these sizes onto different size papers. So 1 through 7, those are the paper or PDF size options. So for the fall pumpkin one, this one comes in a 13 by 19 PDF, but it's a whole page. There's not 2 smaller 6 by 6s. It comes in 11 by 17 PDF, which is a great size. Let me see, do I have 11 by 17? Well, I have different sizes over here. This one is an 11 by 17 size right here. I hope this is picking up okay. My camera is kind of, I haven't obviously felt good enough to do anything with my settings. So that's 11 by 17. Let's see. And then it also comes in the 12 by 12 and then the 8.5 by 11, both portrait and landscape if it has a direction, which I think all of the fall pumpkin papers have a direction. Yep. So those are the 2 differences in the set 1 through 7 and the fall pumpkin. So this one here, this is a little 6 by 6 I printed. I used the 12 by 12 and I printed it onto a 6 by 6. I just unclicked fit to page, or I think I just printed it as 6 by 6. So I didn't unclick anything. So it is actually a really mini version of the 12 by 12, which is cute to have smaller versions of these as well. And then this is the 12 by 12 printed as an 8 by 8, which is again super cute. Boy, I sure do hope I can fix this in editing. All I see is a big white glare. Let me try something. Ooh, now it's dark. Wonderful. Let me turn my light back on. Woo! Okay. 12 by 12 printed as an 8 by 8. This is the 12 by 12 printed onto an 8.5 by 11, so it makes it like an 8.25 by 8.25. This is the 13 by 19 printed onto an 8.5 by 11, so you've got, what size is this? You end up with a approximately 7 by 7, I would bet, and approximately 3.5 by 3.5 pieces. You can also print these on A4. You just it's the same as 8.5 by 11. You can either click fit to page or unclick fit to page. It's totally up to you. This one was the, what is this one? Did I print the 12 by 12? No, actually what I think I did was I took the 8.5 by 11 and I printed it onto 8.5 by 14. And then this one is 11 by 17. So yeah, you can print them on all different sizes, you guys. All different paper sizes, whatever you have. Just have fun with it. Just play. This is collage too, by the way. I had to dig these out of my stash of papers that I print out for these. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know they're all available. The fall pumpkin background design also comes with a couple pages, 6 pages of some just images for fussy cutting. So check that video out. Just check them all out. And I forget how many pages are in the fall pumpkin. I'm thinking there's 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. There's 11 different images in the fall pumpkin. Oh my goodness. A spider just... Go away! A spider just came down from my ceiling. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, I have put my, everything except for this section, the printable, everything except for the background design section in my shop, everything else is 25% off in my Etsy shop. This is all valid until midnight on my birthday, which is Halloween, and midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'll probably leave the background designs up a couple more days longer than that, but the sale ends at midnight on my birthday. So you get 25% off everything in my Etsy shop. There is no minimum purchase or anything like that. It's already marked down. You don't need a coupon code. Everything except for the background designs are available or part of that sale. Okay, you guys. Hopefully I will see you guys really, really, really soon. And I guess thanks so much for joining me today, and have fun shopping. Bye.